everyone and welcome. We will call this vlog 61. I hope I said 61 in the Dutch vlog. I might have said 60, but this is vlog 61. Well, I don't have 60 English vlogs previous to this one, but when I started vlogging in English, I decided to just stick to the numbers that I have for my Dutch vlog. And nearly always I do a Dutch and an English vlog, except for the last 2 times I recorded a vlog with my sister, and then we only do a Dutch one. So, but welcome back if you are a returning viewer, and if you are a new viewer, welcome. I'm so glad you found your way to my YouTube channel. Today is July 27th. It is so far really nice weather here. It is almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I just recorded my Dutch vlog and I decided to do my English vlog right away. Since I have a lot of new followers, I would like to start with a short introduction. My name is Linda. I am also known as Wolhobby. Wolhobby is also the name of my YouTube channel, my Instagram handle, my web shop where I sell hand-dyed yarns, my own patterns, knitting notions, needles, crafty notions, you name it. And I am addicted to knitting and to spinning, really. Although my time is limited, very limited. So I did spin a little last week, and I do knit a fair bit, but a lot of that knitting time is going into my new designs. And apart from one of my designs, I am not showing them yet until they are done. So I do knit a lot, but I don't always have enough content to record another vlog. So today I have many finished objects, but only one that I knitted myself. But I had some sample knitters working for me, and they all sent me or brought me the samples they made, and I will do a quick round of those. And first of all, there is the Pools of Color shawl. That is a pattern by Deborah W. Bowanko. She is Yarnaholic 52 on Ravelry, and this is her knit along from last year. In my previous vlog I showed my Buds and Blooms, and that's the knit along for this year. That will start on September 1st. And now that I mention it, I'm not sure if I recorded an English vlog and if you saw my Buds and Blooms. So I will put in a picture here or there to show it to you. But since I was dyeing up kits for Buds and Blooms, for Debbie's pattern, I also had the opportunity to put together some kits for her previous assigned pooling shawl. And there's the option of doing the mesh part in the contrast color, and then the assigned pooling part, and then the lace part in the contrast color again. This shawl is knitted by In for me, but there's also the option to use your assigned pooling for the mesh part as well. And then you do the assigned pooling part, and then you do the lace border. This one is knitted by Heidi. And last week I put up a recording, Come Block With Me, because I was blocking both these shawls together, and I recorded it because I get the question so many times, how do you block your shawls? Well, I did this one with the blocking pins and the other one with blocking wires, and then you only have to put the wires through the ends of the border, and then it gives a really nice balanced border to it. So both work, both are a lot of work. Blocking is a lot of work, but it makes your knitting bloom and it makes it so pretty. So don't go easy on the blocking part. Take the time and make it work for your project. Heidi knit me another sample, and that is my lentil caul. I made a mistake when I was sending her the yarn for the pools of color. I accidentally sent her the contrast color in a DK weight. And she sent me a message and she was like, is there a special reason that you chose 2 different yarn weights? And I was like, wait, what? Of course there wasn't. It was just a mistake. So I sent her more yarn in DK weight and she knitted me a sample of my lentil caul. This caul I designed 2 years ago, and I designed it with in mind that when I started working with 2 colors, I would have loved to have a pattern like this, because it's all in here. There's mosaic knitting, special stitches, there's some bohus knitting, Latvian braid, there's some regular color work. It's all in here. So she made me a sample for my booth on the markets and the fairs, because I only had this one in Shoppelwolle, in the 6 ply, because that is where I designed my lentil caul in. And back then I did not dye yarn myself yet. So now I have a sample of my own, and there was someone at the market and she wanted it in exactly these colors. So I have to knit her up a kit like this. Then I came up with 4 new colors the week before the Weversmarkt. That was the big market I went to last week. That is a yearly market. It's completely focused on fiber related vendors. So weaving, spinning, knitting, crocheting, some quilting. And it's quite a big market. There are over 180 vendors there, and it's in the beautiful city center of Hoorn. That is a city in the northern part of the country. It is, well, usually it would be about an hour drive from here, if you have no traffic jams, and if you are outside of rush hour. But well, we had a wagon behind our car with all the yarny stuff, and so that means that you can't drive the regular speed, so you have to drive slower. And there was a traffic jam. Well, they are working on the road in Purmerend, which is along the route to Hoorn, and we were afraid that we would get stuck there. So we took the scenic route, and so we had about 1 hour 20 minutes, I think, a little longer maybe, because you really need to drive way slower. So we were in the car by 5:15 a.m. What? Yes. 5:15. So it was a really long day. We were at the market at 7. We left the house at 5:15, and then we had to check all the doors and put the cart behind the car and check the lights. And well, we were at the market at 7, and then we had time until 10. The market opened until 10, and we really needed our time to set up the booth. this to let you know that I dyed up 4 new colorways before the Weversmarkt. And there was one knitter who offered to knit me socks for display. And she picked up my Isadora colorway and she knitted a plain vanilla, somewhat smaller sock. This is the Go Your Own Way sock by Stacey Winklepack. I will put everything below in the show notes. And I just love how this knits up. So this is my Isadora colorway, and she also knitted one sock in my own aka Wool Honey pattern, which I designed for a bonus pattern for the Sock Madness years ago, but I still love it. So this is knitted by Marja. Thank you, Marja, for your knitting time. And let's see, then I have one more knitted item that I didn't knit, and that is this stunning scarf. And this is the Festival of Stitches, a design by Lisa Hannes. Look how pretty this is. And look how pretty the yarns work together. This is my chocolate cake, a Cruise Me, and my Golden Leaves colorway. And you start by knitting the triangle in the middle, and then you knit both wings, and they have different color sequences. So it makes a very interesting and stunning shawl. The tassel is optional, but Kim, the one who knitted this for me, decided to put it on, and I absolutely love this scarf, and I think it will be a joy to knit, so I would like to knit it myself as well in the future. But hey, time, right? Oh. And gravity. It's on the floor now. I do have one finished object, and I'm wearing it. This is the best headband, which I designed last year, I think. I was longing for a headband that would stay put and that would look nice, and I decided to design one myself. And I have several, but I did not have one in my Vuur en Bos colorway, which I really wanted. So I started it last Monday, and I wanted to wear it on the fair on Wednesday. So I had it finished until the last top cord, and that is 40 centimeters or something. I knitted that in the car on our way to Warren, and I had to weave in the ends when the booth was set up, and then I could wear it. And I must say, it has been a long time since I knitted this pattern, and I was completely in awe of the smart things I put in this pattern. That is so funny. I had it with my Yolanda sock as well. I was like, this is a smart way to put in the heel. And I had it with this pattern again. This is such a nice and easy pattern, but it is so cleverly put together. Can one say that about themselves? They can, right? Oh, jeepers, now I have the hiccups. Let's see how this goes. Okay, let me pause for a minute. Where was I? I told you about all the projects that I didn't knit. I told you about the one finished object that I did knit. And I got some gifts at the Weversmarkt. First of all, Alita, who also has a vlog in Dutch, brought me this. And there is a QR on the back of this card, and that brings you to a pattern of one of the mini socks that you see on here. And this is so thoughtful. So I did not check the QR code yet, but my sister was recording her vlog yesterday and she told that the QR code leads to the pattern, which I didn't know, but now I do. And so I got that, and I had another, yes, here. Look how cute this is. A tiny card. This is from Flora. She has a yarn shop, in a tiny envelope made from, how do you call this in English? Maps. And there was a stitch marker on here, but I already put it in one of my projects, so I will show it to you when we get there. Let's see. Yeah, well, we are getting there because this stitch marker was on there. A tiny sheep, so cute. I started this sock on Thursday. On Tuesday, because I needed a plain vanilla sock in my own yarn to work on at the booth in Hoorn. And this is one of my new colorways. This is Cinnamon Candy Cane, and I absolutely love how it knits up. This is just a plain vanilla sock. I do 2 through the back loop, 2 purls for the cuff, 72 stitches. It's on 2.25 millimeter needle, and no, this is not 72 stitches. I decided to go for a very small size, a 56 stitches, because the display feet that I have in my booth are a very small size, so I don't need a big size. But then I was fiddling with this and I was putting it on my arm. And I was like, hey, this would be so nice to make hand warmers or fingerless mitts or something like that. So who knows? I do have a lot of designs on the go, so it's probably best if I just knit a small sock. So that one. I also worked on my Tree by the Sea sock. This is the yarn that I won in the Make 9 knit along that Amy of Noble Character Crafts is hosting. And it was a bit of a pain to get the yarn to me because shipping prices were crazy. But in the end, she vacuumed it and that made shipping so much cheaper. So that's how the yarn came to the Netherlands. And I am so happy with how this knits up. The stitch markers are there to count, of course. There's one special one right here because this is the place where I started the heel. I absolutely love this heel. This is a slip stitch heel with a purl ridge on both sides and just a regular heel turn, nothing special. And I just finished decreasing for the gussets. Oh, and this purl ridge here makes it so easy to pick up your stitches. So easy and so quick. So I'm on kind of a kick with this heel because I really like to work this one. So this is Tree by the Sea. What was the name of this yarn? Do I have a tag here? No, the tag is downstairs because it was a sock set. And there was a darker yarn as mini, but I wanted to keep these entirely in this pretty color. It is living in my Bob Ross bag with the corduroy fabric for the lining. So thank you. And since I only have to knit the foot now, it is just the easiest knit for on the road. I already put in a stitch marker. Yes, I put in a Wool Hobby stitch marker here to show you where I was this week. The sheep is in the cinnamon candy cane socks. Oh, and I need to show you this, because Heidi, the one that made one of the scarves and the lentil caul, knitted me a yarn cozy in the leftover assigned pooling yarn. And it is quite small for 100 grams, but I wanted to use it right away. So this is a free pattern. She sent me the pattern as well, but it's downstairs. I will link it in the show notes. So if you fancy knitting yarn cozies, you know where to find it. Let's see, I have been knitting on my sweater scarf. There's a sweater scarf knit along going on in the Wool Hobby group on Facebook. And we started it on July 31st. This is a pattern by Chantal Miyagishima, also known as Knititude. And it's a very famous pattern. I did slightly alternated because the cuff should be knitted flat and it should be a knit one purl one, and I did a knit 2 through the back loop, purl 2, because I am really on a kick. It's in this sock and it's in this sock. I really like knit 2 through the back loop, purl 2 as a cuff stitch at the moment. So I knitted it in the round right away, and then I started the snowflakes, and then there are little less snowflakes here, and now I am doing this part of the pattern, and this I will keep it at this until it's long enough to knit the opposite side. So I hope to knit on this weekend, because I'm knitting this for Kirsi, for my daughter, and she is very small, so I need to fit it on her, to try it on her, to be sure that it won't be too big. So she needs to put in her arm, and then when she has her arm in and we wrap it around and it will reach the middle line, that is the part where I start mirroring the pattern. So I hope to make it to the middle line today or tomorrow maybe, and then I can just finish it without having to try it on. So that's my sweater scarf. I did an interview with Chantal, and you can find it on my YouTube channel. It's in English, of course. I also did an interview with Debbie, with the one from the Pools of Color and the Buds and Blooms. That's also on my YouTube channel here. I will link my interview playlist at the end of this video, if you are interested. I did work on my Secret Forest mystery knit along. It has not been a mystery for almost a year now, because I'm way behind. I finished the first part, which is knitted in the main color alternated by the contrast color stripes. And the second half of the shawl you knit in the contrast color and you add main color stripes, and those are all different stitches. So these are crossed stitches, very fancy, and I'm working on a lace detail now. I think the chart repeat is nearly done, and then I need another whole repeat or half a repeat, I'm not sure. But this has been living next to me on the couch in my favorite bag by Hobby Bags. And well, I have been picking this back up again, and I'm really enjoying it. It is so versatile and so nice to see your shawl and your pattern grow. I just remembered I forgot to show you the bag where my sweater scarf is living in. And I don't think I showed that before because I got it a few weeks ago and I only recorded 2 vlogs with my sister. But both my sister and I got these bags from one of the viewers of my channel. Very nice inside, interior, and her name is Faro, and she makes them, she sews them when people order them, so she doesn't have them in stock regularly, but you can reach out to her and have her make you one. So that was the bag where the sweater scarf is living in. I have one more thing I want to talk about, and that is my Mauweh design. As you have checked out my previous vlogs, I have been designing a sweater for my daughter. The name will be Mauweh, which is kind of a slang word for sleeves, for the Dutch word of sleeves, which is also Mauweh, but the way we spell the name of the pattern is definitely something else. When I was designing the first version of Mauweh, I decided that for the ruffles of the sleeve I would need mohair held double. But I don't carry mohair in my web shop. So Kirsi went shopping with Apmescha, the lovely Asta and Vitas from Litauen, and she bought mohair from them. And it was the perfect match for the merino that I dyed, so that was nice. But then I decided if people want to knit themselves a Mauweh, they should find the same color mohair, which is not, well, always the case, right? So I decided to make the second version of Mauweh entirely in my own yarn. And that did not work out. I will show it because, well, there's no shame in knowing that things don't work. I'm going to do 3 versions of sleeves in the Mauweh pattern. The long sleeve with 3 ruffles, a short sleeve with a shorter ruffle, and one longer sleeve with 1 big flare ruffle. So I did do the long sleeve with the 3 ruffles already with the mohair. And I decided to go for the short sleeve version next, and I decided to use my own yarn. And as you can see, this is something very different than from the version I had with mohair. The inner sleeve is perfect, nothing wrong there, but the outer sleeve, the ruffle, is just not working in merino. So, that was a dilemma for me, because this year I already launched 2 new yarn bases. And we are kind of outgrowing our house, yarn-wise and dye-wise. So I was not planning on adding another base to my web shop anytime soon. I decided that I should go and look for a mohair blend to dye up myself. The fact that Asta's yarn and my yarn matched so well together was just a lucky shot. I think if you want to find Where's My Martini in mohair with another vendor or with another shop, that will be challenging, because my In the Navy colorway is just a colorway that I don't add anything into. It's just the way it comes in dye powder. It's just a very basic color. And I think that Asta from Apmescha might even be using the exact same brand of dye powder and made the exact same colorway because it's just a good staple color, right? But this is a colorway I invented myself. So chances that you will find this colorway in Mauweh with another vendor, with another shop, are close to zero. And I do want to have my pattern sell well once it gets to that. So I ordered Mauweh. I'm going to dye this up next week. Then I can start on the second sleeve and the third sleeve. Then I will have all the varieties in my own Mauweh. And then when the pattern is tag edited and tested, I can try and dye up a stock of my Mauweh, new Mauweh base. Like I wouldn't know anything else to dye. I have the advent calendars, of course, but I need to stock up the web shop as well. So there's a lot of dyeing in my near future. But my first market where I will be vending won't be until September 7th. So I still have time. My fall is filled with markets and fairs and yarn shows. I will be going to Belgium as well for a yarn show, to Kortrijk. That's not a yarn show, by the way. It's more like a hobby fair. But I'm going to try it because I have a fair amount of customers in Belgium. And it would be so nice if they had a chance to visit my shop in real life. So I'm going to vend in Kortrijk as well. I'm going to vend in Den Bosch in the Netherlands, in Breda, in Groningen at the end of the year. That's way up north. So there is a lot of dyeing in my future and a lot of yarn shows. So that will be amazing fun. I'm so looking forward to it. I still have one card. I have a card. I almost forgot. A Summer Sock Camp 2024 card. As most of you will probably know, the Crazy Sock Lady, Kay, she is hosting her annual Summer Sock Camp knit-along. It's very easy. You just knit socks until you drop. And there was a card swap going on. And I thought I sent out all my cards. And then this one came. And I was like, ooh, that's the one I forgot. I was wondering if I had forgotten one, and this is it. And I know that for sure because I am sure I never wrote this name down. Because this is a card from Tora, and I would have remembered that. She says, "Hi Linda, greetings from Summer Sock Camp 24 in New York. I hope your summer is fantastic and that you're loving knitting socks as much as I've been. Imagine the gorgeous socks we all have for fall. So great to be knitting together." So thank you, Tora, for your card, and I will make sure that I will write your card this weekend and get it sent out to you. I think that's it. I sent away my swap package today. That is also running in the Summer Sock Camp in the Crazy Sock Lady Facebook group, which is a membership group. When I have received my package, I will of course show it on the vlog. Mine got sent off to Stuttgart in Germany today, to Samantha. We have been talking back and forth about how much we want to swap and what things we would want to be put in there. So I prepped her package today and I hope she really likes it. And yeah, well, I really think that's it for now. I hope to have a lot of knitting time. The Olympics started yesterday and we are no TV people and we hardly ever watch well, anything really, not even sports or anything, but we do enjoy the Olympic Games. So I hope to have a lot of time in between dyeing and in between designing to sit and knit and watch the Olympics. I wish you all the best for now and I hope to see you again next time. Please do not forget to give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.